This time last year, a plague had descended into southwest Virginia, killing sons and daughters. Designer drugs like bath salts and synthetic marijuana were legal, popular, and incredibly powerful, causing paranoia and manic episodes like virtually no other substance. So what has happened since then? What do you think? Are bath salts still around? By and large, no. But that doesn't mean the threat is over.
And I don't remember much but dropping the phone and screaming, thinking I was dreaming. Maybe I fell asleep.
Lori Jones knows what bath salts can do. Her daughter, Angie Crabb, chose Amped, a powder snorted or smoked that was legal in Virginia before July 2012. The chemicals inside are derived from a plant native to Eastern Africa, but when extracted and concentrated, the effects for Crabb were too much to take. She hallucinated, became disturbed, and eventually her heart gave out and she died. Angie's story and others like it prompted lawmakers and enforcers to treat designer drugs like the public health crisis they'd become. Last year, there was a distinct two-pronged approach. Make not only these substances, but any molecules that resemble designer drugs illegal. That was a relatively new tactic. The second was the crackdown. Shops were raided. Owners first were mad. We're just trying to figure out if he's... Then indicted. DK Tobacco owners are currently facing federal charges. Misty Mountain Wares was right next to Franklin County High School. It moved out of the area. The owner got in trouble with the sheriff's office. The substances have gone away.
It went away as quickly as it came. It just, I won't say completely vanished, but diminished to the point that it's not as perplexing a problem as it was prior to.
It is still available on the street, but it's more under the ground than it used to be.
Dr. William Ray is an addiction psychiatrist at Carilion Clinic. The medical community has been in this fight in the trenches. Ray says addicts in the Roanoke Valley are simply not finding designer drugs like before and have moved on to other substances like meth and heroin. Numbers of calls to poison centers around the country help prove how designer drugs have virtually disappeared. Since the beginning of 2012, calls are down nearly 80%. Data isn't readily available for our region, but Dr. Ray says things have vastly improved. Now the challenge is not to let the perceived threat diminish.
You remind people, you circulate the public service announcements, and you keep your finger on the pulse of what's out there in the community.
And the finger on the pulse says it really is heroin. That is a big problem in our area right now. So as far as charges for the shop owners who sold the stuff, the owners of DK Tobacco in Vinton and Roanoke are still going through the long process in the federal system. A jury trial is scheduled to start in the fall or winter. They, along with Misty Mountain Wares, are the main owners who were targeted in the raids last July.